Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I was not here on YouTube last week. Thank you guys so much for understanding. I put it on Instagram, but if you're new to my channel, hello, what's up? My name's Sam and I film new videos every Wednesday. So I'm doing my Abundant Girl series and this is episode 3. So it's an Abundant Girl series for 2024 so that we could be living our best lives this year. This episode is all about getting everything you want on your vision board. Do you ever see videos like that on YouTube where people are talking about like, oh, this was the year I got everything I wanted on my vision board? So people are making videos like that now, but about what they did last year. Okay, well, this is in real time and I'm telling you how I'm going about getting everything on my vision board. These are like the 5 principles of like law of attraction and manifesting that I have applied to my life, worked in all sorts of areas of my life, so I know that they can work for you too. The first time I filmed this video, I did a sit down and it was good, but I was like, I wanted to do it as I was like going about my day, like as I was just going about my day, like kind of vlogging, I guess, and I wanted to do it that style rather than sit down. So let me know what you guys think of this style video, and yeah, let's just get started.
I scrolled down the Insta page, saw a picture that I didn't want to see. You had his hand around your waist and a smile on your face, like the way you look at me.
Can I have a minute for the hair, Jer?
Oh my god, I love it. Wow.
Love it.
Look at this blonde.
I always do this color, but she brought it up higher. So normally you just see it from down here and then it looks like a little darker because of my roots, but I don't get to the hair salon enough to keep up with that. So I'm like, bring it high.
I like it high.
Yeah. Hi guys. It's a couple days later. I was about to be like, it's the next day. No, it's not. I've been, wow. Okay, I gotta show you this new foundation I got when I get home. Look at my skin. It looks like there's a filter on my camera, but I love it. By the way, I've been wearing these pants every single day. I have a lot to show you, but I'm gonna be late for acupuncture, and the reason why I'm vlogging just for like a couple minutes before I walk in is, oh, it's 11:11. Hi. My vibe just completely goes back to center when I get out of acupuncture. Like, my acupuncture always reminds me that you're not here to, you know, see some big change. You're more here to go back to center. I wanted to put that in my Abundant Girl series. You know, even things like getting my hair done, the last clip you guys saw, and just like refreshing, just like making 2024 the year that I prioritize the outside and the inside. So we're gonna talk all about that in this vlog. I want it to be my 5 best tips to be more abundant for 2024. Be like a super attractor, like you're a magnet and you're attracting everything into your life to the point where not only do you notice, but people around you are like, wow, like their energy is amazing. They're attracting so many things. Like, that's what you're gonna get in this vlog. So anyway, I'm gonna go into acupuncture and I'll see you guys in like 45 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Can you just like tell, like, a weight is lifted off my shoulders when I get out of acupuncture? Like, I can't explain it, and I don't know if it's because I fall asleep a little, but not like a full-on sleep, just like a dozing, but I'm aware that I'm somewhere else and that I'm not like in bed dreaming, you know what I mean? But that's my first tip for Abundant Girl era. To attract, you have to be at this place. So to call things into your life, you can't be resistant to things. And I'm gonna give you guys an example. So my husband was telling me about this parable. Basically, the sun and the wind are in a competition with each other of who's stronger. And so basically they're gonna rip the clothes off this guy. And so the wind uses all its might. It like starts, you know, being super windy, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna rip this guy's shirt off. And the guy holds on tighter. And so he uses more might and like more force and like more wind. And the guy puts on a jacket and then a hat and like starts putting on more clothes. So he keeps trying, and the guy's just like holding on super tight to his clothes. He says to the sun, okay, now it's your turn. And the sun says, okay. And it's just like shining bright, doing its thing, not doing any force, just shining bright. And the guy takes off his jacket. The sun continues to just shine bright, and the guy takes off his hat and then his shirt. Eventually gets naked and jumps into the river because he's so hot. And it just goes to show, like, my husband told me that example today because I told him that like acupuncture makes me feel like so stress-free. My husband telling me that, plus going to acupuncture, just brought me back of like, okay, that's how you attract things into your life when you're not using force and like forcing something. We all know what it feels like to force something and then it doesn't happen, right? So that's my first tip for Abundant Girl Era. Stop forcing it. I'm sure we can look at so many areas of our life where we're forcing something, whether it's a love life, a career, more money, weight loss, organizing the house, but like you have kids and they're messing things up as you're organizing. Like we can all feel this to some degree where we're forcing something to happen that's just like, it's not happening. So my tip here is to be aware of it. I'm gonna drive home now because Jared's watching Violet so that I could get this done, and now I have to go back home and take over, back to mom life. But my tip here is to be aware of the stress and do things for you so that you can let go and release. Know that when you're holding on too tight, it's not gonna happen. It's the next day and I'm just putting on my facial oil. This is the one I'm still using. I always use this one by Agent Natir. I want to show you guys some new makeup products that I got and the foundation I was wearing yesterday, but just continuing that conversation about that parable. So basically when you think of your goals and what it is you're trying to attract, have you ever tried so hard that actually the opposite happens? So then you can relate to the wind in that story, right? Like the wind wanted to take the clothes off the random guy in the competition, and he ended up doing the opposite. The guy ended up holding onto his clothes more and then putting on more layers, so doing the opposite of what he wants. I feel like we can all relate to that, and that there have been times that we've tried to attract things into our lives and we try so hard that then the opposite happens. So this is what I was wearing yesterday, and I think it makes your skin look so nice. It's called the Diffusion Dew by Make Beauty. It's really light. I don't know if it's a tinted moisturizer or if it's a foundation, but I love the way it feels and how it kind of just gives you this dewy glow, like almost like you're wearing the Paris filter on Instagram. Tip number 2, after you're in that stress-free, like, okay, I can take a deep breath. Now you're in this place with me, right? Take your deep breath right now. Now you're right here with me. You're centered, you're feeling zen. Get super clear about what it is you want. And I won't spend a lot of time talking about this, only because if you've watched any law of attraction videos or manifesting videos, you've heard this tip. But I literally cannot film a video like this if I don't discuss this part, because it is, I would say, the second most important component of the law of attraction and manifesting. The next tip I'm going to give you, I think, is the most important, so that's probably my favorite tip, but this one is pretty high up there. I've attracted so many crazy specific things in my life because I was specific. Oh my goodness, there's so many, but I'll just like ramble off a few examples of when I got clear. So basically what I want you to do is pull out your vision board and say, how can I make this even more clear if it's not already? If you want to be healthier on your vision board, okay, what's healthier? Do you want to get 10,000 steps a day? Do you want to start incorporating more salads or green juices? Like, what's healthier? If you have, this is my year where I'm going to be super abundant and have more money. How much more money? How much do you want to have in your savings? How much of your paycheck are you going to put towards saving? If it's your year for travel, where are you going and when are you going? You literally can't manifest if you don't know what you're manifesting. The universe can't deliver if it doesn't know what you want. So the most recent thing I attracted was actually some help with my daughter. So we had this amazing part-time nanny that she was with us since Violet was 1.5. And losing her was really hard over the summer. Between her moving and just no longer wanting to do that as a career, which is really hard on Violet and me, and we built this friendship. I felt like it was our little village. And when I no longer had her, I was just like, okay, I kind of like wrote down like what kind of characteristics am I looking for, and like, you know, this is huge, this is my child. We found great people, but it was just not the right fit. And I realized I wasn't being as specific and clear as I could have been. So something I got really clear about is I wanted a part-time nanny that was also a part-time nanny for somebody else. So between both part-time jobs, it could be like one full-time job for them. I got like really specific, like I want them to already be a part-time nanny for somebody else. That was the first thing. When you're doing something often, like when you're filming videos, you get better at filming videos. You're working out, you get better at working out. So I just felt like, okay, I want somebody that they're doing this, like that they can bring other experience from their other job or whatever. I ended up attracting that. And then after that, everything just started falling into place of me telling other friends in my community of like, okay, this is what we're looking for, them knowing somebody, and then us finally finding somebody. I can look back and go, wow, it's exactly what I was looking for. How did this happen? Or I can take a step back and go, it's exactly what I was looking for because I was so specific, I was able to find it. The same thing happens with my YouTube channel. Like when I'm specific about the kind of brands I want to work with, those are the brands that end up reaching out. It's crazy how that happens, but then it's also not, because when you put something so specific on your list, you start acting a different way. Basically, the more clear you are on your vision board, or if you're not a visual person, let's say you just make a list, the more clear you are, the easier it'll be to put in the work, because we all know we can't just put something on our list and then go lay in bed and hope that it happens. No, we have to put in our work too, but I feel like it's easier to put in the work. It's more effortless, and you can kind of be more like the sun, just doing your thing, shining bright, when you know what it is you're looking for. This is something else I've been loving. The Merit Beauty Cream Stick. Bronzer stick, I should say. What am I talking about? So my next tip is actually a little difficult, but this shit works, okay? You do this shit works. My toddler loves this part of makeup. She's like, can we paint our face? What did I say? I told you she would love this. No. To stay committed, even when it doesn't look like it's happening, keep doing your part. If you don't have it yet, it's because it didn't happen yet, not because it's not happening. So many people get to this point where they're putting in the work, they're staying positive, they're putting in the work, they're almost here, they're almost about to get it, and then right about here, they give up. It's hard to be comfortable with the unknown. I think that's more what it is. It's not about just believing in yourself. It's not about just staying positive. It's about, okay, I'm gonna trust in the unknown. I'm gonna trust that I can achieve something that I've never achieved before. When I was starting my YouTube channel, I like to use that as an example because at the time when I was starting YouTube, yes, there were people getting brand deals, but there weren't many brand deals. It was like the 2015 era where there was the top of the top were making money, but then like kind of the middle people and even smaller influencers than that were not really making a lot of money. So it was hard to look at a blueprint. Nowadays, if you want to be an influencer, you can be an influencer at any size. There is something for everybody, and it's so much better that way. And also for people coming into the space, they might come into it like, oh wow, this is saturated, but you could also take another take with that, another perspective, and say, but I have a blueprint. I have a blueprint that if I upload consistently, this could end up leading to making money and becoming a job, right? But when I started YouTube, that wasn't really the case. You could look towards people were either making money or getting a lot of free products and getting invited to cool events, but they had part-time jobs. So I literally had to be comfortable with like, I don't know where this is gonna take me, but I'm gonna keep putting in the work. By the way, this is a new stick that I got from Ilia, right? Is that how you pronounce it? Ilia. And the color is In the Mood. And something I don't like about blush is that I'll like sit there for like 20 minutes blending it out. Not really 20 minutes, but you know what I mean. I like things to be quick. And something about this color on my skin tone, I don't really need to blend out. And I like that it could be like, I still go on with lip liner and lipstick, but I always put it on my cheeks too. But I like that this color can be effortless. Like if I put it in the car and Viva is ready to go and she's like, let's get going, and I'm just doing makeup really quick, I like that it's kind of sheer and dewy, and it doesn't, if I blend it, great. If I don't blend it, it's not gonna look bad. Same thing goes when we were buying a house. I don't recommend doing this because buying a house is already super emotional, but if you're going from renting a place to buying, give yourself some time. We told our landlord we would not be returning in January, so the first week of January. We told him that in December. It takes a long time to look and buy a house, and there was no inventory in 2022. Absolutely none. I think it was the year of like the lowest inventory because people don't want to give up their interest rates. They don't want to sell. They don't want to move. And so we told our landlord we were not coming back, and I was scared shitless because it's Christmas time. There's things that could have like slowed down the process. Yes, my husband is a mortgage broker, but we still were both scared shitless, but we just did not want to pay rent anymore and we wanted to own. We just kept doing our part. It just goes along with what I'm saying, is that I didn't lose hope that it wouldn't happen. I just kept doing my part and showing up, and I'm like, it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And this is where, guys, TikTok comes into play. You know how everyone's talking about be a little Delululemon? This is where you get to be a little Delululemon. If you're like, you know what, I want to be a little Delululemon, here you go. Here you go, honey. Believe it's on the way. I'm just going to be carefree. And when you have moments of doubts, because you will, or moments of doubt, sorry, go right back to it. Okay, yesterday I was feeling sorry for myself, felt like it wasn't gonna happen, but today got a good night's sleep last night and I'm right back on track. We all have those moments where we feel like it's not gonna happen, it's not gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Okay, so I just got this bodysuit from Skims, and this bracelet I think we're gonna sell on my Etsy soon. Wearing it for a little bit, seeing what I think before I put it on my Etsy. And these are the Abercrombie linen pants that you guys are probably getting so sick of seeing on Instagram, because I literally wear them every single day. My fourth tip is you have to change your core beliefs when it comes to manifesting and whatever it is you're trying to manifest into your life. So if you want to, money's just a great example. It's obviously not all there is to life. It's just a really good example when I'm talking about law of attraction, because it's easy to share examples. But if you want to attract more money into your life, but you've always had issues with money in your life, whether it's from your parents not having enough, missing payments, you just like are uncomfortable with money, you're uncomfortable with making it, you see rich people online and you're like, I don't like them because they're rich. You just have like an uncomfortable relationship with money, then it's going to be really hard to attract it. So after you get clear on your vision board and after you believe it's coming, while I'm in the stage of believing it's coming, I can also use this time to work on my core beliefs and my core beliefs around what it is I'm trying to attract. If you're trying to attract love, but you think that all relationships are doomed, it's going to be hard to attract love, right? If you want to be an influencer, but you believe the space is saturated, it's going to be really hard to be a full-time influencer, right? Because deep down, like deep down to our core, that's what our core beliefs are. They're really embedded in there. We don't believe we can have it. So it's going to be really hard to attract those things when you don't actually believe you can have it. So something I've done to change core beliefs is gratitude, and like a little bit over time. Don't think, okay, now that I know I have money issues, I can change that tomorrow. No, but little by little. It can even start with like how you're speaking. So let's say the money thing is the issue for you. Okay, well, you can stop saying that you don't like people because they're rich. Okay, we could stop saying that. We could stop saying like, oh, screw her. Like you see a cool girl in like, I don't know, a cool car and you're like, screw her. And it's like, actually, if you want those things, you should be like, go her. If she can have it, I can have it, you know? So you can start by how you speak to yourself, the voice in your head, the inner voice, and gratitude for the things you do have. Those have been ways that I've been able to change core beliefs. And my last tip is have a morning routine that you absolutely live for. Why does this work with manifesting? Because if you wake up and you're here, like you are just, energy is here, you're feeling good, whether it's you just got a really good workout or you woke up before your kids, you listen to something really positive. For me, it's doing hard things in the morning. It's waking up before my daughter, so getting up when I just want to sleep in. It's juicing and then cleaning my juicer. So it's just like these hard things that I don't necessarily have to do, but I do them for me. And like waking up knowing that like I've accomplished things, that I didn't look at my phone first thing in the morning, and then I get to have like my oat milk latte by myself. It just feels so good, guys. Guess what? That's gonna set you up for the rest of the day. That's gonna set you up to be a super attractor because you're already starting out in a really good energy, in a really good space. Think about if you were to wake up and you feel like shit and you feel puffy and you're hungover and you slept through your alarm and you're just like, and the day's like getting away from you. How are you gonna attract anything in your life? How are you gonna push forward? How are you gonna go to the workout class? How are you gonna do things that make you feel good? How are you gonna get like your body moving, the circulation moving? You're not gonna feel your best. Check in with yourself, make sure you're having a really good morning routine. And if you're not, guess what? You can change it. Never feel weird about wanting to change who you are. But anyway, that's everything for today's video. I hope you guys have an amazing day and I'll see you in my next video.